And good afternoon, everyone. We're coming to you live from Del City's baseball field in Del City, Oklahoma, where today we have a school district matchup between two teams that actually are not in the same baseball district. And it's the Battle of Sooner Road, as it's labeled, between the Midwest City Bombers and the Del City Eagles. Jordan Ray here, happy to be joined by Tracy Mussett. And we're excited to bring you some Friday afternoon baseball. So for Midwest City, they are hoping to clinch a 3 seed. Let's go and show you where they're at real quick in the standings. You can see they're currently 4th. They need to win a game next Saturday, a makeup game against Santa Fe South. They will tie Guthrie, and they have the tiebreaker against Guthrie, and that will allow them to be the 3 seed, which means they would play the 6 seed from the other district. Let's look and see who that team is. That team is Del City. That's right. These teams are going to meet in the playoffs, and Duncan, more than likely, it's not official. Bombers have to take care of business against the Santa Fe South team that they should beat next Saturday, but we are expecting this game to be a playoff preview of sorts, and we're expecting those games to be at Duncan High School. And even though it's a little far away, we're going to be there. We want to be there to cover both teams' playoff games in early May, and we're excited about that. All right, we're about to have the national anthem. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, starting lineups, and we'll have the game, first pitch, and more. And you are watching Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers.
If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call.
This is why you need our number in your phone.
This could be you! When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
Isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. This is why you need our number in your phone.
This could be you!
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
All right, we just finished a great a cappella rendition of the national anthem. Jordan Ray, happy to be joined by Tracy Mussett. Tracy, thank you for being here, helping me produce. I know you'll fill in any gaps I have very well. But let's go and have starting lineups, and this is where I want to get Tracy going. Tracy, tell us about our starting lineup sponsor.
So Eastside Church of Christ sponsoring starting lineups for Mid-Del baseball during this season. And, it's kind of odd when you think about we're sponsoring starting lineups, and yet at the church we're less concerned about the way you start your life and a lot more concerned about the way you finish your life. And we want to help you finish strong. And we are there to provide you spiritual support, family support, relationship support, and just help you get into the mode of serving the community, because that's what we do a great job of in the Midwest City area. The Eastside Church of Christ, located at 916 South Douglas Boulevard. You can find our website at ecoc.church. ecoc.church. Check us out. I'm one of the ministers there, and I love Jesus, and I love our community here, and that's why I'm a part of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, here's a starting batting order for Midwest City. Lincoln King, the leadoff hitter now. More on that later. Playing center field. James Washburn moved up to the 2-hole at shortstop. Nick Browder will play first base today, batting third. Terrence Rideau is pitching today. More on that, too. And then cleanup hitter. Jesse Bain batting fifth at third base. Noah Polston, sixth at shortstop. Aiden Smith, who can play a lot of different positions, will DH today. Boy, is he versatile. Tavinsky Long, and he's batting seventh. Tavinsky Long, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Aries Sanchez, the left fielder, batting ninth. The Del City fielders look like this from left to right. It's Colton Halliday in left, Caden Wiley in center, Blake Unruh, who we love here on the network, in right field. In the infield, from third to first, Josh Hardiman, the third baseman, Jacoby Wormsley, the shortstop, Ari Mays, the second baseman, Kyler Thornton, the first baseman. And the battery for the Eagles, the catcher, a familiar name, at least last name, Jason Standifer. And the starting pitching for the Eagles today is Braxton Alexander. So we'll be interested to see how Braxton does against the rival Bombers. How Lincoln King does moving to leadoff, Tracy. He's been the second hitter or the ninth hitter for much of the season, but a recent lineup change has put him in the leadoff spot. He's definitely got the speed for it, as he was the fast starting quarterback for Midwest City football for much of this season. And you can see it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Taken by Lincoln King for strike one. 0-1 the count. By the way, this inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings in Del City, not too far from here. Solid hit and a base hit for Lincoln King. And he gets things going for the Bombers. And we'll have a base runner at first.
Stepping in, number 14, shortstop, James Washburn.
So here comes James Washburn, who, again, he's been the number 3 batter for much of the last 2 years. And, again, a bit of a lineup change that's going to be an everyday thing. He has moved to the 2-hole, had a home run yesterday. That will not be a home run, but it could be a hard play to make for Del City, but they do get it, so it's as if it's a sacrifice bunt, but it will be a ground out to the pitcher, I believe, for James Washburn, and one away. But Lincoln King, the speedy Lincoln King, in scoring position.
First base, number 20,
Next up for Midwest City is their first baseman, Nick Browder. Caden Fixico, the normal first baseman and third place hitter now, was not available. Nothing wrong at all. He just wasn't available here. He may be available later this game. He just couldn't start, as Browder takes a big hack at the first pitch, strike one. Terrence Rideau on deck. There goes Lincoln King. It's swung on and missed, and there will be no throw. I believe it was foul tip, but that still allows the base runner to steal. And it's 0-2. Alexander pitching to Browder. Foul ball. All foul balls are sponsored by A-Grade Lawn Care. I think they're going to mow my lawn next Saturday. Choose A-Grade Lawn for lawn above the rest. But Alexander has shown good command Del City winning their last 2 district games to push themselves up to 6th place. Barely nicked but fouled, and the count remains 0-2. And this Buffalo Wild Wings top of the first inning. Buffalo Wild Wings located 5500 Tinker Diagonal. I know it's one of Tracy's favorite places.
Yeah, I tried the new sweet chili crisp sauce there last week. It was phenomenal.
First ball, I think the first ball thrown.
It is.
Yeah, so again,
good start.
Yeah, good command for Alexander. And the catcher, Jason Standifer, his brother, Cale, was a tremendous player the last 2 or 3 years. Had a very high batting average last year, the leadoff hitter there. Another foul ball hits the backstop. Another A-grade lawn care foul ball, and Browder is staying alive here. Looks like he's kind of expanding his zone a bit, like you will often see with 2 strikes. But Cale Standifer, again, the leadoff hitter, his brother also catching in a leadoff hitter. We also see we have seen the Midwest City catcher lead off a lot. That one's well hit, and will it go over the left fielder? It is caught, but with 1 out, Lincoln King will score with no problem. He'll slide anyway. I think Tracy players love sliding in the turf.
Well, they slide a lot farther.
Yes.
Instead of sticking the way that they often would in the dirt here at these Middale fields. And I think they're enjoying doing it. I believe you're right.
So 1-0 Midwest City. The bases are cleared for Terrence Rideau. Now Terrence Rideau has been catching since his freshman year and is normally batted leadoff. So these are teams that will have their catcher bat leadoff. Of course, that's a ball 1 there. With no one on base, no big deal that Standifer couldn't catch that. But he's recently moved to cleanup, and that is to basically protect Washburn and Fixico. They want someone behind them who will hit for contact, although you have to give Big Browder credit for hitting for contact there with a runner at third, less than 2 outs. 2-0 now the count with 2 outs to Terrence Rideau. And he's not catching today. We'll talk more about that when we get to the bottom of the inning. It's our first time we've seen Terrence Rideau on the Oklahoma Sports Network not be the catcher. Softly hit. Easy play for Alexander, but he was off the bag. The throw was off the bag to the first baseman, Kyler Thornton. And Rideau will reach. That should be an E1.
Now batting third base,
and the
12,
Terrence Rideau, who's also very fast, like Lincoln King, will now occupy first base. Jesse Bain, the third baseman, now the hitter for Midwest City. Looked like it was going to be an easy out for Del City, but they're going to have to get 1 more out to get out of this inning. Oh, they almost had Rideau in a rundown against a lefty pitcher, so they'll be able to see Rideau a lot more frequently. High pitch to Bain, ball 1. Del City finishing in a tie with Lawton High in the district. Those games are complete for them. And they have a tiebreaker against Lawton High, which allows them to be 6th. Throw back to first, Rideau back easily. But they won with a bigger margin of victory against the Wolverines, and so that's a big tiebreaker when you can finish 6th over 7th, because your first playoff game will be a true neutral site game. There goes Rideau. Tough pitch to run on, but Rideau had a good lead. It bounced off him, but he was already safe at second. So another stolen base. Lincoln King has a stolen base that allowed him to score, and now Rideau is in scoring position with a stolen base. Del City High School, we have not been here in 4 years. Look to recap that. I forgot what a nice press box they have.
What was that last pitch called?
It had to be a ball. Rideau takes off again. Check swing. That throw was better by Standifer, but still late. And Rideau takes third base. So 2 stolen bases for Terrence. And with 2 outs now, it's going to be important for Braxton Alexander not to throw one away here. Walking Bain may not be the worst thing. Let's see what happens. Foul tipped. And that should be a strike. And so Bain will try again to get a RBI here. And again fouls it off. So count should be 2-2 now with 2 outs. Rideau, the base runner, third.
Should be 3-2.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the umpire has, though. I haven't seen a signal from him, and normally he would hold up a full count.
Lose track. Game Changer has 2, but that doesn't mean they're automatically right. Here's the pitch. We'll call it that.
Yes, it was
officially 2-2.
Well, it is 3-2 now.
Yeah, we'll see what Jesse Bain is looking for here. Yes, he might walk. I know he wants to try to bat in Rideau here. Good eye on his part as he takes ball 4. And we have runners at the corners. We'll see if we have more activity on the base pass for Midwest City, as you just saw them. Well, they're still in 3 bases this inning. Second baseman Noah Polston, the batter now, the 6th place hitter. It was Polston who pitched against Guyman earlier this week. They beat Guyman in a doubleheader. There goes, it's a fake throw to second base. They go back to the pitcher, which means that was to keep Rideau honest at third base, but an easy stolen base for Bain. Now 2 are in scoring position. Count is 1-0. That is high.
And obviously, I misspoke on that count earlier. I think what happened is I had a ball in my mind already before that pitch and that throw down at second.
Well, tough situation for Alexander. He's had to throw a lot of extra pitches since that error that could have got them out of the inning. And now he's at 3-0 to Noah Polston. 2-1 the count. We missed a strike called there. That we know is a strike, and that will even the count 2-2. Good pitch by Alexander, who was throwing strikes early in this inning. But walked the last hitter.
Our stadium scoreboard operator down here is doing a really good job of keeping the scoreboard updated accurately. So,
all right, yeah, that's true. Full count here. Well, in all the games we've had between Midwest City and Del City this year, in football and basketball, they've been won by Del City. Midwest City trying to change that here, as they will load the bases. A walk for Noah Polston. So yes, football, Del City won easily. Basketball, both teams played in area championships for girls and boys basketball. Del City won both of those games. But baseball, Midwest City has had the advantage against Del City these last few years, and they hope to keep that going. Aiden Smith, the DH, 7th place hitter. That pitch is outside, and now Alexander is laboring. And the frustrating thing is I can only imagine the mental hurdle and what makes baseball so tough but interesting. You know, he knows he should have been out of this inning with a bad throw to first on a ground ball, and now he's in a jam here. But just needs to get one out any way it comes. There's force at every base.
He needs to put the ball in the strike zone so they can be put in play and trust his defense here.
He did throw a strike, and it's popped up. There is the first baseman, and it's caught. A bit of an adventure, but Kyler Thornton did get to it, and in spite of 4 base runners, as we see the Triple Elite screen printing replay. Triple Elite, find world-class sign, hot new styles, and we will now head to the bottom of the first inning. And we're going to keep it here so we can show you the bottom of the inning lineups. Again, brought to you by Eastside Church of Christ. The batting order for Del City. Jason Standifer leads off at the catcher. Second place hitter is Jacoby Wormsley, the shortstop. Joshua Hardeman, the third baseman, bats third. Braxton Alexander, you saw pitch, is the cleanup hitter. Both cleanup hitters are pitching today. Ari Mace bats fifth at second base. Kyler Thornton, sixth place hitter, plays first base. Seventh place hitter, Skylar Underwood. Also, the seventh place hitters are the DHs. I like pointing out these coincidences. Caden Wiley batting eighth in center field, and our favorite, Blake Unruh, batting ninth in right field as they DH for their left fielder. And here is the fielders for Midwest City. From left to right, Aries Sanchez in left, Lincoln King in center, Tavinsky Long in right. The infield for the Bombers from left to right, third to first, really. Jesse Bain at third, James Washburn at shortstop, Noah Polston at second, Nick Browder, the first baseman. Again, Caden Fixico, I don't know if he's joined the team yet. He was detained unavoidably. Again, there is no problems. I want to be clear on that. And we'll see if they eventually use him or not. But to give you the battery, here it is. And this is what's unique. First off, we have a freshman catching. And this is the first time we've had a different catcher for Midwest City other than Terrence Rideau. Not since 2023 when we showed a couple Midwest City games. And I already forgot the name of their – Trevor Hand, of course, whose dad taught and coached at Midwest City for a bit, was the catcher last time. It wasn't Terrence Rideau. Instead, it's going to be a freshman, Doug Hahn. He won't hit. He's just focused on catching. And the reason why he's catching is the normal catcher for Midwest City, Terrence Rideau, is pitching. Before today, Tracy, I didn't know Terrence Rideau pitched.
Well, he's a baseball player, right?
That's right, yeah. He can throw. We know that. We've seen him do it as a catcher, so why not let him pitch?
It'll be interesting. He's showing some good stuff in warm-ups out here, just watching him throw the ball.
Yes, he is, and I don't think he will start any of the important games, and I want to qualify that. Usually you save your best pitchers. If you're a high seed like Midwest City will be, you save them for the other high seed in your regional, which will either be Newcastle or Duncan. They're hoping for Duncan. They got to beat Santa Fe South next Tuesday for that to happen, but you want to save your best pitchers for them. But you still need pitchers coming out of the bullpen. You need a starting pitcher for your first game. And so Terrence Rideau could conceivably start against Del City. That would be not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, so we're talking 13 days. Leadoff hitter for the Eagles is Standifer, and he takes the ball. Jason Standifer, again, younger brother of Cale, probably the best Del City baseball player we've seen in the last few years. He was tremendous last year. And that pitch is low. So, again, Terrence Rideau, I don't know how often he's been pitching, but it hasn't been much. So he'll get the first crack at it. He has a 1-0 lead. Thanks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, settle down, focus on the glove, not worry about the batter. And
gets contact there. Good fielding there by Bain. Good fielding by Browder to catch the throw from Bain, and the first batter is out for Terrence Rideau.
It's our Triple Elite Screen Printing Instant Replay.
We thank Tracy for keeping up with those.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Jacoby Wormsley.
So here comes Jacoby Wormsley. We apologize, we had him as number 11 in the fielding. I always have one mistake. As I also got, unfortunately, Blake Unruh's number wrong. He's 13. I got the names right, at least. I don't think I misspelled anything. First pitch to Wormsley is a ball. Jacoby Wormsley, the shortstop for Del City, was one of their better players last year. High ball 2. And it's great to be back at Del City High School for a baseball game. Last time we were here was late March of 2022. They played Carl Albert that day. It was one of 2 times they played. We picked the other game to do. As the bouncer goes to Rideau, he'll run towards first, underhanded to Browder for an easy out number 2. And we have seen Rideau induce 2 ground balls.
Not a difficult play to field that one coming back at him in the mound. It was not coming hard, but nonetheless, as far as we've seen, that's the first one he's had it hit right back to him, and he fielded it cleanly, made a good heads-up play.
And he's not used to fielding ground balls because he's a catcher, as opposed to someone like Washburn or even Fixico, 2 infielders who will pitch a lot. Actually, all their infielders pitch.
Did you say the last game on the Oklahoma Sports Network here was in
2022.
So this field's changed a lot. The new
true.
turf fields this year, beautiful. Just the color is so nice here this beautiful spring day with the green trees and the field just blending right in with the bright greens.
Yes, the trees are a great background. We don't really see that at Midwest City or Carl Albert. Swung on and missed. Strike 1, 1-1 the count to Joshua Hardiman, the starting third baseman for the Eagles. Yeah, so we had to choose between the game at Carl Albert on a Monday or this game on a Tuesday, and we chose the Tuesday game. It was Colton Fleetwood and myself. That ball is hit to right field. Tavinsky Long is there. It's the third out. I'm quite sure because Hardiman ran through it as he should have. But Tavinsky Long was able to catch it, so good for him. And we're going to take our first break. Hardiman had a good hit at it, but Long was able to get there. And we have played one. It's 1-0 Midwest City over Dell City on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Welcome back to Mid-Dell Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and this doesn't get more Mid-Dell. Midwest City, Dell City, 1-0 lead for the Bombers as we head to the top of the second inning. Leading off for Midwest City will be the man who made that play in right field, Tavinsky Long. As Braxton Alexander pitched out of a jam, inducing a pop-up with the bases loaded, limiting the damage to just 1 run. Came from a solid base hit from Lincoln King, a stolen base. He actually advanced on a fielder's choice to second. The stolen base was at third base, and he was able to score on a sacrifice. So Midwest City playing some small ball. And now here Tavinsky Long will dig in, and they need to get him going. One of the batters, and you could say that about the guys in the bottom of the order, including Aiden Smith, Noah Polston, but Midwest City needs to kind of get their bottom of the order hitting with some confidence as Long will take a ball. And Long is a patient hitter. And he's not afraid to get hit by a pitch either.
Alexander looked real good against his first couple of batters, and he's struggling a little bit late in the first and now here early in the second.
Swung on and missed, strike 1.
He put that one in a tempting spot for the hitter, though.
Yes, he did. Even the count 1-1. It's probably already said, but here's the 1-1 delivery, way outside. 2-1 the count for Midwest City. Ari Sanchez is in the on-deck. I guess you call it a rectangle. It's not an on-deck circle, Tracy. It's a rectangle. Solid hit past the third baseman, so a base hit for Tavinsky Long. He will look to take second perhaps and wisely hold up. Solid hitting from Tavinsky Long, putting that in play. Almost a play was made by Josh Hardiman, but it went under his glove. And now we have one on for Ari Sanchez, the left fielder and ninth place hitter for Midwest City. He's a very versatile outfielder. Can handle his bat pretty well. Wouldn't be shocked to see him maybe show bunt here at the very least.
Got the gold shoes going on down there.
Gold team. Interesting how Long got back to first by taking a knee. The important thing is he got there. Looked like he stumbled a tad, but he was very close to first. Not getting much of a jump right now.
Maybe he got his cleats hung on the turf.
Yeah, you can't call it the dirt. That's the adjustment. Long will take off. He didn't get much of a lead. This is going to be a close play. And he is out.
So a one hopper on the throw, but got it there.
Yeah, and again, I don't think he had a big lead. And so a great throw, though, from Jason Standifer. I believe that pitch was a strike. I always miss that when I see a stolen base attempt. I forget what it was called, but
we're about 1-0 on the scoreboard.
Pitch is high for a ball. So Long, the single, unfortunately, is off the books now with a caught stealing. We have the count at 2-0. 3-0 with that pitch in the dirt.
Mr. Crawford.
And one ball away is Sanchez from a walk, and nope. Alexander got that in there, strike one. Count goes 3-1. Iowa City playing tomorrow. We will tell you about that matchup in a bit. Check on Del City's schedule, too. That ball is hit right to the second baseman, and a good play by Ari Mays for out number 2. And I'll be back at the top of the order for Midwest City, and their one and only lefty batter, the lefty thrower, Lincoln King. Leadoff lefty Lincoln. So anyway, it's just worked out, Tracy, where the last few years Del City and Carl Albert have been in the same district and played each other twice, but for the most part, not this year, not a couple years ago, as King squares to bunt, pulls back. I believe that's a ball inside. But it was easier for us to do the games at Carl Albert. And back in 2023 and last year, I remember I went to see Whose Line Is It Anyway last year when they played at Del City, so that kind of made a decision for me to do the game at Carl Albert as King takes an inside pitch for ball 2. And this is the first time that Midwest City has played here, I think, since that same year, maybe the year earlier. The Bombers and Eagles have been playing the last 2 or 3 times in Midwest City, including last year on a Monday. We had that game. Big hack by King, and that's strike 1.
Remind everyone that the sponsor for the top half of the inning here is Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 5500 Tinker Diagonal. Buffalo Wild Wings, where every day is game day.
And that reminds me, I need to get to our bottom of the inning sponsor, which we will next. And our strikeout sponsor, we did have a strikeout, so we need to make sure we get Patrick Newby involved, and we will soon. That pitch is inside for a ball. We've actually had more seasons of Del City playoff baseball these past few years than Midwest City, because Del City has twice gone to Carl Albert for a regional. And I can tell you if both teams are lined up to both go to Duncan, we will have all their games playoff-wise here. That pitch is taken for a strike. And King, being patient, works the count to 3-2. Alexander trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. He will not. It's ball 4. And Lincoln King gets on base for the second time as he has scored the only run of the game for Midwest City. James Washburn, who grounded out to the pitcher. I think he got sped up on that pitch. That was a good pitch from Alexander. He's going to try to get an extra base hit here if he can. He had one yesterday, a home run. The Bombers won that game.
It's crazy. We're in the second inning. The score's 1-0, and we've already batted around.
That is true. Midwest City has had 5 base runners, actually 6, but one got thrown out stealing, so and only one has scored so far. They've stranded 4. There goes King. It's a little different when he takes off, although it wasn't a great throw from Standifern, and a stolen base for Lincoln King, his second. I say a little different. He's probably not probably is faster than Tavinsky Long. Not that Tavinsky Long can't steal when he gets the right lead on the right pitch. But with 2 outs, don't be surprised if King may take off one more time. Count is 1-0. That's outside for a ball.
Alexander needs this out here and go ahead and get out of this half and get the Del City bats at the plate again.
Yeah, wants to avoid seeing Browder this inning. That pitch is outside for a ball, though. Browder got the RBI his last at bat.
A little surprised that King didn't go on that one when it got away from catcher.
Count is 3-0. Not really a running count for a runner with no one on first, but we'll see what happens here. He will not take off. Instead, it will be ball 4 on 4 pitches. Honestly, though, with first base open, not the worst thing maybe for Alexander, but he is piling up the walks now with, I have him for 5. Nick Browder, the batter, who got an RBI sacrifice fly his last at bat. That's not an option here. If he wants an RBI, he needs to hit one past the infield. Bombers have 2 base hits, both singles. There goes both base runners, no throw. I believe that was called a strike. But there's now 2 runners in scoring position. So the 0-1 the count. So Alexander will just focus on the batter here. That ball is hit high in the air to left field. It's in foul territory now. Diving for it is Halliday, but couldn't quite make the play. He sprinted, so that would have been a hard play to make. Give him credit for the hustle. I wonder if the players find it easier to dive on this turf. I think it would be kind of fun, as opposed, depending on what field you're at. If it's a regular field, I don't know. I don't think it would be as fun.
That statement is proof that you are younger than me, because diving on the ground does not sound fun to me at all.
Well, I'm talking about on turf, and these players are way younger than both of us.
Exactly.
So it's 0-2 now. Alexander would like a strikeout. No, instead it's a line drive base hit. That's going to score at least 1 run. Rounding third and scoring is James Washburn. On the throw, we will see Browder take second. That should be a single, RBI single, 2 RBI single. As we see that in our 888 screen printing instant replay, 888 find world-class design, hot new styles. 888 screen printing, single and a fielder's choice. And here comes Terrence Rideau, and he can add to it as the Bombers now have a 3-0 lead against the Eagles. Pitch catch the outside corner for a strike. Rideau reached via an E1 and then had 2 stolen bases. That pitch gets past Standiford. He can't find the ball. He better find it quickly or Browder could turn to around third and try to score. He will not. So probably a wild pitch there. And Browder advances to third because of it. And that's also ball 1. So now there's pressure on Alexander not to do that again, or that's going to score the 4th run for Midwest City. Ball 2. Of course, we're supposed to have Tom Carpenter joining us here, but had to take care of some matters in Texas. And there might be some storms he has to deal with, too, he was telling me, so hopefully he'll be fine. But we're definitely hoping to have him join us for the Midwest City's playoff games and Dell City's, as that is a strike.
Speaking of storms, prayers and thoughts with the folks in Enid from the massive storm that come across the south side of Enid yesterday and hit the Gray Ridge Estates there.
2-2 pitches high, makes it 3-2. Absolutely, and Enid is a football opponent this upcoming year of Midwest City. They will come to Midwest City. But, I definitely thought about that because, Midwest City and Enid playing in football has been a while and something to look forward to, and hope that community's doing fine. That's ball 4, and we're going to see a run scored. That's Browder. Interesting, Tracy, how it was ball 4, but Rideau ran anyway, like it was like he hit the ball or something. But a wild pitch scores Nick Browder, and Midwest City has their 4th run.
I was listening to the radio today, and Doug Boyd, I believe his name, is a coach at Hennessy High School. Lived in that housing addition. They were interviewing him on the radio this morning. He lost his home and all of his automobiles. He had arranged to get a loaner car from a family member and was trying to figure out where his family would be sleeping for the next who knows how long until, they've got equipment in there trying to help with cleanup, but they have to be careful not to start moving. He was explaining they have to be careful not to start moving debris before the insurance company is able to look at everything. And so they, if they clean up too early, it can affect their insurance claims. And it's just a logistical nightmare on top of the nightmare of losing everything. So,
well, that's why you have insurance, but it's a real hassle to deal with. So it kind of compounds what already happened with losing all that property you treasured to begin with. There's a meeting at the mound as Alexander has, again, with 2 outs, he's had a hard time once he gets to 2 outs. That's been the story for both innings, really. Here comes Jesse Bain. He walked and stole a base his last trip. There goes Rideau, really fast, and there's no attempt to throw him out. Standifer does have a throw him out caught stealing. I'm probably butchering how I say that, but you get the idea. He threw out Tavinsky long earlier this inning. But, again, with runners like Terrence Rideau, it's not easy. He's going to take off again. This time there's a throw. It's a good throw from Standifer, accurate throw. But, again, Rideau too fast, and he gets 2 stolen bases just like that. And, again, that will put on some pressure for Alexander not to throw another wild pitch, which is how the last run scored. We have the count at 2-0. Now 2-1 with the A-grade lawn care foul ball. Bombers looking to make it 5-0. They want to build a more and more comfortable lead. Foul ball again. And it's not official, but we want to mention this when we can. We are expecting these 2 schools to meet in the first round of the playoffs on Thursday, May 7th, weather permitting, of course. Bombers have to win a very winnable game against Santa Fe South at home on Saturday, next Saturday, by the way, to make that happen. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's Wormsley. He'll focus the throw on first. It's a bouncer that gets past the first baseman, Thornton. Another run will score, and Bain will get to second, a 2-base error. So an E6. 2-bagger there, and a run scored, Terrence Rideau. That's why you steal, especially second base, because otherwise Wormsley probably would have had an easy force out at second if he wanted it, if Rideau had stayed at first.
Well, that's not the kind of throw you expect out of your shortstop. It should have been a routine play.
Mm-hmm.
And in the difference here too, that might have been impacted by the fact that it's on this artificial turf, and if they haven't played many home games, may not be quite used to it yet. But that ball did not bounce up. When it hit, it stayed low and flat. Talking about the throw from shortstop to first.
See our junior principal for Midwest Cities here, Tyler McIntosh. That pitch is a strike to Noah Polston, who also walked his last at bat, or his last plate appearance. That loaded the bases, so he probably would have tried to steal if he could, but he didn't have a chance to. 1-0 the pitch. 2-0. It's a great time to be outside because it's not much sun, but it's not that cold either. Like it kind of was on Tracy on Tuesday when we were doing the Noble Carl Albert game.
It counts 2-1 now with the runner at second.
Missed a strike there. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Was it called a strike? On the scoreboard it says 2-2.
It hasn't been updated.
Okay.
Our scoreboard operator had to take care of something.
It is 3-1. First base is open. Aiden Smith is on the on-deck rectangle.
Nice looking pitch there.
That catches the inside part of the strike zone. Strike 2, and we have a full count.
It's a big pitch for Alexander here. See if he can stop this bleeding and get out of this inning.
Polston ready. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses, ball 4, and Polston has 2 walks this game. Aiden Smith now, he flew out to first base. His last at bat. Aiden Smith probably the 3rd best pitcher for Midwest City. Definitely be used as a pitcher in the playoffs. He's taking it easy today. He's just DHing as he takes strike 1. Bombers with a 5-0 lead here at the top of the second inning. And looking for more. They've been pretty good with 2 outs here. That one is yanked and foul. An A-grade lawn care foul ball and strike 2. Oh, 2 in the count. We'll see if Smith can protect the plate. That pitch way outside, ball 1. Smith left the bases loaded. His last trip to the plate. Two and 2 the count. And we've seen Alexander get to 2 strikes, and getting that 3rd strike, this has been a challenge for him. 2-2 pitch, fouled off. Because I think about Nick Browder's at bat, first at bat when he got which wasn't officially an at bat, he got a sacrifice. When he fouled off several pitches before getting a sacrifice fly, getting able to see their first run. That's an A-grade lawn care foul ball, by the way. That one's put into play. This may be another pop out it's actually out of play in foul territory, but that's an easy catch there for Kyler Thornton. And that will do it for the top of the second inning. Midwest City, though, brings in 4 to take a 5-0 lead on Del City. You're watching Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers.
If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call.
This is why you need our number in your phone. This could be you.
When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't.
isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning here at Del City High School and the Battle of Sooner Road for baseball between the Bombers and the Eagles. Jordan Ray joined by Tracy Mussett. The bottom of each inning is brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance. There are a strikeout sponsor as well, but there actually has not been a strikeout yet. We'll see if Terrence Rideau changes that. Patrick Newby, a local family-owned agency since 1978. Scan the QR code or give them a call at 405-733-7671. Braxton Alexander, the pitcher and the cleanup hitter for Del City, is up right now. As Terrence Rideau, who we haven't seen pitch much, not on the Oklahoma Sports Network, but of course there's plenty of games we don't do, so I'm sure he has been pitching. Being the weekend start here as the pitch hits the glove of the new catcher for Midwest City, the freshman Doug Hahn, off his glove, ball one. Tracy, so I wish I could be there. I'm looking forward to Monday. You'll handle Jones at Carl Albert. The first time we've had a Jones baseball game on. This is a ground ball to third. Bain, another clean field, another clean throw to Browder for out number one. One out. Here's Ari Mays, the second baseman.
Number 6, Ari Mays.
But Tracy, you know, the Tuesday we were doing the Noble game, Jones, their game went to 12 innings playing for a district championship.
That was the game with Chisholm, right?
Chisholm, yes. And they came up a run short. I was
Wow.
bummed out, but they'll still, I believe, host a regional, which starts a week early for 3A teams. And they'll have a nice tune-up contest at Carl Albert. The head coach at Jones is Jared Price, a former pro baseball player, but more significantly played on not one but two state championship teams at Carl Albert in the early 2010s. That's a foul ball, A-grade lawn care foul ball, and a strike. His first year as head coach at Jones, and anxious to see what his coaching career looks like. But he's now the coach in the family, as his dad, Jay Price, the Carl Albert head basketball coach, stepped down this year, and he will join you guys. Ball two.
That will be a fun day.
Yeah, for at least a couple innings, but a lot of stuff to talk to him about. That's Monday. Ground ball. This is Bain. Steps forward. Another good throw. Jesse Bain's had a good fielding day. And there are two outs. So Rideau has been inducing some ground balls here. And when you got Jesse Bain making the plays, you like it. First baseman Kyler Thornton now the hitter for the Eagles.
Well, the Midwest City defense getting it done today. They
That's
have two outs here in the second, and they're facing their sixth batter now. So it's
another ground ball. This one gets past Bain. This is going to be the first base hit for Del City. Will it be two? Going for two, and it will be just late to throw. As
Wow.
Kyler Thornton with a double for Del City. We'll see that again on Triple H Screen Printing Instant Replay.
that slide coming in just a little early, and he barely got there in time.
And don't you think that's one of the things you have to adjust to as far as the turf goes?
Oh,
how to slide.
No doubt.
Yeah. How to, when to, how far can you go when you begin your slide? I mean, interesting things about Jones. I don't know how many times they played on turf. That's something I'll ask Coach Price about. That talking about Jared Price, of course. Skyler Underwood, the DH for Del City, now the batter. That's a chopper. Washburn, the shortstop, gets there, has time to make the throw, and does make the throw. So more good fielding for Midwest City. And Del City with one base hit that gets stranded, and we will head to the top of the third here at Del City High School between the Eagles and Bombers on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Welcome back to Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's Del City and Midwest City. It's Jordan Ray joined by Tracy Mussett. Midwest City with a 5-0 lead. They will lead off this top of the third inning, which is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, with Tyvinsky Long. Long had a nice single his last at bat, but then got caught stealing. So this time he'll try to get back to first base and be back to stay, unless, of course, he can successfully take second and beyond. So a little bit more about Jones, Tracy. They got to state last year in baseball, and if they can again this year, maybe we'll have someone who can call those games. Of course, we'll have a lot of focus on 5A, depending on how many teams of the Oklahoma Sports Network get to state. We know Laud MacArthur's open too. They have to go through Noble. And then the two district champions, well, we expect Newcastle to be a district champion. They have not officially clinched yet, but they should, along with Carl Albert. And that will lead us to our Tuesday game. We're going to talk about it in a bit. First pitch is behind Long for a ball.
No doubts about that one.
Yeah. Tuesday on the Oklahoma Sports Network, we head to Newcastle. Carl Albert and Newcastle. And, you know, after basketball season, just saying those two schools together for any sport makes me excited.
Well, I mean, football, basketball, baseball now, they just keep meeting in key games. Strike one there. It's a great measuring stick game that we'll have on. And definitely a game we can say is a potential. It's going to be hard from some of these East teams. That ball's outside. Potential matchup in the state championship. Newcastle has all but clinched their district. They're tied with Duncan. They have a tiebreaker. They have to make up a game or finish a game they played at Altus where they were up 8-0 in the second inning. So I like Newcastle's chances to hold on for that one. And if they win that game, they will be district champs. Which means if they get to state and Carl Albert gets to state, they would be on opposite sides of the bracket. Well hit by Long. He put a charge into that one. That's going to get past the left fielder, Colton Halliday. Long will be able to take second this time. He'll take second standing up. That's the hardest ball hit we've seen. And credit to Tavinsky Long. You'll see that again on the AAA screen printing replay, as he gets a double, a well-earned double. And again, I think Tavinsky has struggled at the plate some lately in the district games, but this will help get his confidence going, and Aries Sanchez will look to add to Midwest City's lead. Base hit here would probably make it 6-0. First pitch is a foul, strike one. Sanchez lined out to second base his last at bat. A-grade lawn care foul ball. We thank A-grade lawn care for sponsoring foul balls. That pitch gets past the catcher Standifer, and Long will easily be able to take third, and now the Bombers have a runner at third, less than 2 outs. That's a ball, of course, and Sanchez just needs to put the ball in play effectively, and he can get an RBI here. The count goes to 1-1.
Good pitch there from Alexander, and the count is 1-2 as that's called strike. And now Sanchez needs to protect the plate here. Pitch up and away, ball 2. A beautiful setting here, as we talked about at Del City High School. Great to be back here. We've had plenty of Del City games on, baseball games on, since we were last here 4 years ago. So happens the Del City games have been at Midwest City or Carl Albert. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Sanchez as he hits one to left field, scoring Tavinsky Long. And it's 6-0 Midwest City, thanks to the 9th place hitter, Aries Sanchez, RBI.
Now batting number 2, Lincoln King.
Here comes Lincoln King. More on the Tuesday game, though. Newcastle and Carl Albert. I mean, Newcastle's got some dudes. Got a lot of seniors that are going to play college baseball. So it's a fascinating matchup. We'll have that game for you on Tuesday. We don't get the best camera angle at Newcastle, but it's too good of a team not to be there. And we'll do the best we can to show what we can. That first pitch to Lincoln King is a foul ball, A-grade lawn care foul ball. King has got on base twice and scored twice. Single, stolen base, walk, stolen base.
Showed some pretty good wheels getting around the base out there as well. When he stole second, he was flying.
Throw back to first, and Sanchez slides in. I'm going to see back to the Monday game, Tracy, if Jones is how used they are to turf. And that's something like I said, I'll ask Coach Price about.
You know, I'm not sure about their field. Their football field is turf. I'm not sure about their baseball field there at Jones, though.
That's an inside pitch, and really is a tough angle. Standifer, from where he caught that ball, had no chance to really get a good look at where he's throwing, and it'll be another stolen base for Midwest City. And Lincoln King, of course, he doesn't have to move out of the way; just doesn't want to get in the way. So that pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 2-1. The Bombers have been busy on the base paths. Buffalo Wild Wings, your inning sponsor here. And King puts that in play. Sky-high ball, shallow center field. Making the play is Caden Wiley for Del City, and out number 1. So Del City has done something pretty good for themselves. They've retired Lincoln King.
Number 14.
And there's one out here. James Washburn, who walked and scored a run his last trip to the plate. Look to get an RBI here. One of the best hitters for Midwest City.
It's interesting.
We have a tip to steal here, and not a bad throw. Standifer's had some good throws, especially the third. And especially when the right-handed batter's up, that's not the easiest throw to make. But Sanchez has some good wheels, and he gets another stolen base, as we see that on Triple A screen printing replay. And we'll get Tracy's thoughts here after this pitch, unless something incredible happens. Foul ball, so A-grade lawn care foul ball. What were we going to say, Tracy?
No, I was going to say it seems like the fielders for both teams on the pop-ups, and there's no bright sunshine today. It's extremely overcast, but they've had a real hard time, it seems like, judging the ball. And I'm wondering, are they losing the ball on the white background of the the cloudy sky? It's just you see that when the sun's in their eyes, but not so much on a day like today.
That pitch is called a strike. Yeah, you'd probably rather have the sun out, but angled in a way, if that makes sense, to where it doesn't get in the way of a fly ball. Having said all that, we haven't seen any drops yet. We've seen a couple of fielding mistakes for Del City, really on the throw. That ground ball to third is going to score a run. And Washburn's going to be safe on an errant throw by Hardiman, and he will get to second. So you can call that one an E5. But that should be an RBI, too, since there's a runner at third, less than 2 outs, as Sanchez will go around and score, and Midwest City now leads 7-0. Here's Nick Browder, who had a 2-run single and advanced to second on the throw. 2 RBI single for Browder's last trip. He'll look for some more RBIs as he takes the ball. There goes Washburn. He's already stolen a base before. He was going to get this steal as he runs pretty well. He excels at pitching, at defense, at shortstop, and at hitting and stealing bases. James Washburn, a very good all-around player. And he's now 90 feet from scoring again.
Now, does that make the count 2-0?
Yes. That's what I got on Game Changer. I like following Game Changer. I'm trying to do that this game, see how quickly it'll update. It updates pretty quickly there. That is a ball, and the count goes to 3-0. On deck for Midwest City, Terrence Rideau. Browder. Will he take the pitch here? He will. He'll take ball 4. He scored on a wild pitch last inning. And we will have another meeting at the mound for Del City. And a motion that looks like for a pitching change, and that's going to be Blake Unruh.
Now, Blake has not had a chance to be in the bullpen warming up. He's been out in right field, so the warm-up time here for him might be a little more extended here in the middle of the top of the third.
We'll update you on the fielding changes as well when we get back. Well, since there's a pitching change, we'll take a break. You're watching Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rolling.
This looks like you need our number in your phone. This could be you.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your...
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers.
If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call us. This is why you need our number in your phone. This could be you.
When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back to Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Simple switch for Del City as Blake Unruh will come in from right field to pitch, and Braxton Alexander will move from the mound to right field. Tough situation for Blake as he's got to throw to a very good hitter in Terrence Rideau with runners at the corners and 1 out. So that's what he has to inherit. But, Tracy, we love Blake Unruh. He's helped the Oklahoma Sports Network with football and basketball broadcasts.
Yeah, Blake I've had the pleasure of working with him a couple of times. Very mature young man and very intelligent, able to figure things out with the computer, the streaming software. We've had some challenges at times when things don't go exactly the way expected, and he can work through those quickly.
Taken first, you can almost call that catcher's indifference as the count goes 2-0. Browder with the stolen base.
Is that a official designation for a play, catcher's indifference?
It's called that like in the 9th inning when you don't care as much about the run. Yeah. That gets past the catcher standing for that should be a wild pitch. Another run scored. Washburn goes home. Browder to third. So another run scored for James Washburn. And it is 8-0 now. Bombers lead the Eagles.
Count 3-0. Hoping Blake can pull one into the strike zone here and get this count headed back the other direction.
Nice pitch there for Blake. Puts the count at 3-1. Yeah, you only get so many pitches to warm up, and it's different with each pitcher. Some pitchers are able to throw strikes right away. Some have to kind of find the zone a little bit, as we'll have a walk.
Typically someone in the dugout has been out in the bullpen and probably thrown 50 pitches already before they even get their warm-up pitches. But
yes,
Blake did not get the benefit of that, so no doubt his shoulder's probably still a little tight.
A lot of 5A teams don't have that luxury. They're the pitcher they want usually is out in the field. An exception, of course, is Carver. That pitch gets in the dirt. That's going to score Browder. And look at Terrence Rideau. He had no doubt he wanted to take 2 bases there, and he does. And there won't even be a throw to third. So a run scored for Browder. And Terrence Rideau, I don't know if that's considered 2 stolen bases, Tracy, or not, but I'm not trying to keep that accurate of log there.
Yeah, I would score it that way.
He's gotten a few this game. And it's 9-0. Check swing. They're going to say Jesse Bain held up. Bain reached via an E6. His last at-bat. Walked his first at-bat. Takes a strike there. We've seen Blake get that outside corner. Pitched outside. Blake Rideau, he wants to steal home. He wants to steal everything on the field. Off the field, he's a wonderful man, a wonderful young man. But I'm just saying, on the diamond. Yeah. That is fouled off over the backstop. Didn't hit anything though. Important.
A-grade lawn care.
A-grade lawn care foul ball. Let's see if Blake can get a strikeout here, as he has a 1-2 count in his favor. Blake, a junior, important player for Del City next year, made that close, and we got the count wrong apparently. So the first time I've seen Game Changer miss the count. They had it at 1-2.
Well, I had it at 3-2.
Okay, good. I should have had that covered. This is the first time I've announced this year baseball. No, one other time I've had a producer. So. Appreciate to have one here, as that's a walk for Jesse Bain. And here comes Noah Polston. With runners at the corners, Bain thought about taking second, but did not, and it's strike 1. Polston with 2 walks, so no at-bats for him. Pitch misses low. Ball 2. Ball 1.
This is the first game I've produced for Oklahoma Sports Network in a baseball game. We had one scheduled here that ended up getting called for weather not too long ago.
Still bummed out about that one. That was 2 weeks ago. Solidly hit right to center. Or that was fielded. I'm not sure what happened there, but that looks like it's a double play.
It is. Caught fly ball and then throw to first.
I was surprised that I guess that was Bain who made the base running blunder there, but we'll call that a line out double play. And that does it for the inning. Got a little confused there. Anyway, we'll head, good for Blake to get the 2 outs quickly there. We will head to the bottom of the third. You're watching Mid-Dell Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to Mid-Dell Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray joined by Tracy Mussett. Wishing we had Tom Carpenter with us for, among other things, comic relief and more. But he had to take care of some things in Texas. But he's never been more busy doing baseball games with us, even though he's normally an umpire. And we hope to, in spite of the umpiring duties, have him for the regional that should feature both Midwest City and Dell City. Again, weather permitting, and that's the big thing. The playoffs begin May 7th. We don't have the seeds, all of them official, in 5A. This goes for 5A and 6A. The playoffs for 4A and below begin sooner. This will be this upcoming Thursday. Caden Wiley, this is actually his first trip to the plate, the center fielder for Dell City, is Terrence Rideau. No strikeouts yet, but he's been pitching to contact and throws a strike there. So we've had no strikeouts this game. This inning brought to you by Patrick Newby, Farmers Insurance. See that QR code on the screen? Go scan it, see what happens. That pitch is a strike, so Rideau on this batter has gone inside and outside and gets that in the count 0-2. I mean inside outside part of the zone. Swung on and missed, and there is our first Patrick Newby strikeout. So you'll see that QR code another time here. A local family no agency since 1978. Scan the QR code or give them a call at 405-733-7671 for a free quote.
Number 13. Excuse me. Now pitching, number 13, Blake Unruh.
Blake Unruh, now the pitcher, will bat for the first time. Started out at right field, but came on in relief and did a good job. Got a double play. Squared to bunt initially. Got out of the way of the pitch that's inside, so that should be ball one.
That's one of those pitches didn't have a lot of velocity. So want to see Blake take that one, right?
Takes a big hack there, swings and misses, strike one. Count goes 1-1 with one out. Swung on and missed, strike two. Rideau had in the count 1-2. So far, we want to shout out the freshman, Doug Hahn, who's catching today. That's all he's doing. He's being DH'd for. He's done a good job behind the plate. Can he catch another strikeout here? Nope. That pitch gets by him, a little bit by him, but again, no base runners, no big deal. It'll just be ball two. But it's great to see Midwest City play anyone below the junior line because we have not seen any underclassmen play for them this year. I remember a couple years ago we had some really good freshmen and sophomores playing. That included Washburn, Rideau, and Lincoln King on a Midwest City team that almost made state. Barely lost to Noble. Swung on and missed. Strike three. So two strikeout swingings for Rideau here. That strikeout brought to you by Patrick Newby, Farmers Insurance. Back to the top of the order for Dell City. Jason Standifer. Ground out to third his last at bat. His brother Cale, I found out, had a .653 batting average last year.
Wow.
And it was first in the state. And 13th in the country.
That's just nuts.
That pitch catch the outside corner for a strike. So that's some big shoes to fill for his brother. But Jason's actually done a good job on the plate today, like his brother would as well. Puts that one in play. A shallow ball for Nick Browder, who will catch it, and that's out number 3. So we played 3. Bombers looking to get a run rule going, perhaps. That's what any team does with this lead. We'll see what they can do their next time at the plate as we head to the top of the 4th on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rolling.
This looks like you need our number in your phone. This could be you.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the Works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings top of the 4th inning. Jordan Ray with Tracy Mussett. Del City, interesting enough, they're hosting a team in Midwest City that made a pretty short drive to get here. But who's going to have an even shorter drive is the next opponent for Del City, as on Monday they take on Christian Heritage here.
Half a mile?
Yeah. Hey, if the weather's nice, why not, if you're Christian Heritage, why not just take a nice walk?
With the private schools, Christian Heritage and Destiny Christian, you have 3 high schools here within probably a 1-mile radius.
Yeah, I think Midwest City's played Destiny Christian. I don't know if I'm looking right now to see. Oh, yeah, Del City has 2. They played them back in early this month, April 4th. A strike there is called. That's Aiden Smith.
Good start for Blake here in the top of the 4th.
Absolutely. Just missed there, but a pitch that Smith had to think about. We will at some point tell you what Midwest City's next opponent is, but they play tomorrow. Actually, I'll go and tell you. It's 11 a.m. start at home against Bethel. That's the Bombers' next game. And as a pop-up, now Blake Unruh is also a right fielder, so that's a play you should be comfortable with, and he made pretty easily for out number 1.
Stepping in number 16, Travinsky Long.
We see that on Triple H screen printing replay. Travinsky Long, who doubled and scored. He's actually got 2 base hits. He's a good candidate for player of the game. Of course, got caught stealing 2, but not that big of an issue there as he takes an inside pitch. He's had the hardest hit ball so far today. A lot of good candidates for Midwest City when we think about player of the game. That pitch is down and out for a ball. Unruh's 2-0 pitch.
Ooh.
Inside, ball 3.
You hear me grunting on that one, folks.
Yeah,
it was awfully close to the strike zone, a little high maybe.
Also a little close to hitting Tavinsky, but not. There's the strike. 3-1 the count now. Unruh to Long. And that is ball 4. So Tavinsky Long. It's not really the cycle going here when you single, double, and walk, but you like the variety nevertheless. We'll see if he.
Number 10, Ari Sanchez.
Here's Ari Sanchez. We'll see if Tavinsky Long may try to steal again, because that caught stealing may leave a bad taste in his mouth, and Unruh will go back to first. Long gets back with plenty of time. Ari Sanchez, the batter now. He lined out to second and then singled, got an RBI single, 2 stolen bases, and scored a run. His last trip to the plate. That is a strike there.
There we go. Get ahead in the count early. There you go, Blake.
He has he's had good command. Definitely wants to get this out as the top of the order awaits, and gets strike 2. Can Blake Unruh get a strikeout here? Ari Sanchez will try to avoid that. And here is Unruh's 1-2 delivery, high ball 2. Now I think now you want to go for that strikeout, whatever your best pitch is. You'd rather do it here than on a full count. Here's Blake's 2-2 offering. That's close, but not quite in the zone. And that should put the count full.
No.
Here we go. No, it's ball 2. Ball 2, okay. Now you want to go for a strikeout. Nope, now it's going to go full. That pitch low. Again, Tavinsky Long not getting a big lead. As the Bombers were running a lot when Alexander was pitching, and he's a lefty. He should be able to hold base runners on better. Full count, Long will take off. If that's a ball, it doesn't matter. And it was a ball. So there's no play to be made at second. And Sanchez draws a walk, and Lincoln King will come to the plate for the 4th time.
That's tough. Blake was up 0-2 in that count, and then gave up the walk. That's a tough walk to give up.
So here comes Lincoln King. He singled and scored his first trip to the plate. Second trip, drew a walk and scored. There were stolen bases involved, and he's going to hit it hard here. That's going to get past the center fielder. I couldn't tell if Wiley had a clean look at it or not, but he wasn't able to come up with it. And then there's some confusion. This is only going to score a run as Long wasn't sure if it was caught either. The same thing goes for Sanchez. As you saw, Tracy, Sanchez and King were kind of right by each other. I believe that will go down as a double for Lincoln King.
It should be an error. It was an easily played ball that fell out of the glove.
I didn't see that part where it hit the glove, so that would be an E8. And a run scored for Tavinsky Long.
Number 14, James Washburn.
And a run for Midwest City. They are up 10-0. It's one of those things Blake's got to shrug off there. His first pitch to James Washburn is a ball, but the Bombers are now in position to perhaps get a run roll.
As a coach, you'll take that hit from your pitcher all day long because it was a very playable ball. I mean, center fielder showed some wheels and got there, but did not hang on to the ball.
Oh, by the way, we found out that Colton Holiday moved to center, so it wasn't Caden Wiley on that. And they're not messing around with James Washburn. I think he is up now 2-0. Or 2-1. There was a strike there. Never mind. Washburn sends one to center field. This time, though, it's an easy gather for Holiday. Both runners advance, though. So we have a runner at third with 2 outs. A sacrifice fly for James Washburn, another RBI. And another run for Midwest City. That scores Sanchez. Lincoln King will take third.
Now batting number 20, Nick Browder.
And here comes Nick Browder. Browder also has a sacrifice fly. He has a 2 RBI single and a walk and has scored 2 runs. So he's been busy. And the Bombers look like they can give Caden Fixico the day off. They'll be surprised if he's back in the lineup tomorrow morning. And yes, to say morning, 11 a.m. start. Browder takes a first pitch strike.
That's not a lot of break between games.
No, it's not. Well, I'm glad they moved this game up to 4:30, Tracy. And I may tell you why later, but they did. It was originally going to be 5:30. This pitch is outside for a ball. I'll go and tell you now. I got my life group. I go to Life Church. We're supposed to meet at that new pizza place in Midwest City at 6:30. Swung on and missed. Strike two. It's Mountain Mike's, I believe, is the name of it.
Some free advertising there for them.
It is, but I have to say they're pretty good. I've been there once. Swung on and missed, and a strikeout for Blake Unruh. And that will do it for the top of the fourth. Browder goes down swinging. It's the first time a Midwest City batter has struck out. And we are through 3.5. We will head back to the bottom of the fourth after the break. You are watching Mid-Dell Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Welcome back to Mid-Dell Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So, some changes in the Del City outfield we're just made aware of, even though it's now Midwest City's turn to take the field, is that Colton Halliday moved from left field to center field. And then for Del City, Demarion Bruton came in to play left field. We'll see if he gets to bat at some point. One of the hard things about calling baseball, Tracy, is keeping track of those fielding subs, but also the fact that players can re-enter games after they come out, which not something you see in the majors, obviously. So that's
well, and I think there's
something to keep track of.
Even some rules about re-entering at a different position and not the same position sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
and then you got the courtesy runner rule, which this doesn't apply for Midwest City because their catcher's DH4 and their pitcher Rideau. You would never courtesy run for him unless he's just super banged up and still playing. Meanwhile, Jacoby Wormsley, the hitter, the shortstop for Midwest City, he fouls that off. That's an A-grade lawn care foul ball. We want to mention that strikeout you saw from Blake Unruh was a Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance strikeout, and Patrick Newby sponsoring this inning, this bottom of the fourth inning. Rideau loses his hat on that one. Throws a pitch high for a ball. Terrence Rideau, a junior for Midwest City, who's been playing a lot since he's a freshman, has to be at some point set the record for the most games behind the plate. He's pitching here. Swung on and missed by Wormsley, strike two. And again, Rideau lost his hat. And hopefully he has some reinforcements to help him next year because much of this batting order for Midwest City is senior loaded. He's the one exception. That pitch is low for a ball. I haven't been paying attention, Tracy. I may have missed it. I don't remember Terrence losing his hat after every pitch like he is right now.
He did quite a few times in the early innings. Yeah.
Okay. It's baseball, and I don't catch everything. 2-2. That is well hit. Nice stab there by the left fielder, Ari Sanchez. We'll see it again in a Triple H screen printing replay. That's one of those that was really good hitting by Jacoby Wormsley, and then unfortunately he just hit it right at an outfielder.
Number 2, Josh Hardiman.
So he lines out to left field. Josh Hardiman, the batter, he flew out his last trip. I didn't write down where he flew out to, but he did fly out. And now here's the second at bat. Swung on a miss there, strike one. I guess the worry when you lose your hat, what if the ground ball's hitting your direction? You just don't want to make sure you don't trip on that hat. Swung on a miss, strike two.
You know, I'm a little interested in the fact that since it is every pitch, could you not call that is a distracting interference as a batter? You know?
Yeah.
If I was a coach, I think I'd be complaining about it.
That foul ball brought to you by A-Grade Lawn Care. The thing is, Terrence has a nice throw. You got to enjoy that while you're in high school. Swung out and missed, strike three. Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance strikeout. And that's the third strikeout for Rideau.
He can get it done behind the plate and from the mound as well, huh?
Yes. And he's a good contact hitter. So he's the cleanup hitter now for Midwest City. Not their number one home run threat.
You know, he did not throw a ball on that at bat.
Yeah, he's locked in. He's only given up one base hit, so he's had a very good all-around day. That first pitch in the air to center field, Lincoln King usually reads it pretty well, takes a few steps back, and gets out number three. A very efficient inning for Terrence Rideau, as Lincoln King helped him out there. And we have played four. The Bombers are going to be 3 outs away from a run rule. We'll see if they can add to their lead when we come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Go back. Sorry, I apologize. They're going to call this game after 4 innings. That's another thing, Tracy, we're not always ready for.
Yeah, the run rule, right?
It's usually 10 after 5, and 11's not the magic number. 10 if 10 is in play, usually it's after 5. The thing is different.
I thought 10 after 4 and 8 after 5, but I never know. I can't ever keep track of it.
I do believe if this was a district game, that there would be 10 after 5. But for a non-district game, you can change things around here. So it's a Midwest City victory in 4 innings. Terrence Rideau with a complete game shutout. He will be our Whataburger player of the game. A lot of Bombers had good days at the plate, of course, with their 11 runs scored. In the case of Terrence Rideau, he's got several stolen bases as well. So he's drawn a walk, a couple walks, and scored. And has got a stolen base every time he got up on base. Every time he got to first, he would get a steal eventually. And he also had a 2-bagger from first to third on a wild pitch. You don't see that very often. But among other things, Terrence Rideau has wheels. And so with a job he did on the mound, I'll keep on saying behind the plate because he normally catches, but the job he did on the mound, he's our Whataburger player of the game. Whataburger on 15th. Build your Whata deal today with a new Big Ranch Wrap Premium Whata Chicken Bites or the Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. Eat big for just a little, only at Whataburger. Also want to mention Tavinsky Long had a double and a single and a walk. Ari Sanchez had a single that scored a run, so he got an RBI there, and a walk and a run scored. Nick Browder had a sacrifice fly, had a 2-run single. James Washburn, I could go on and on. Every Bomber had some adventure at the plate, at least at the minimum would draw a couple walks here. So, Tracy, good, this is the effort you wanted for Midwest City, as they were expecting to win this game by a solid amount and did. And, getting Terrence Rideau some reps pitching-wise and just some of that other stuff, and they're hoping to get into a good rhythm for the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a good game, and, we were at a game last week for another crosstown rival here at Carl Albert game when they were trying to test out some other pitchers, and it didn't actually go quite as well, but Rideau, if that's what you need as another pitcher, he just showed that he can do it today.
Well, go Go ahead.
I know. I was just say that the deal with the hat, I think, is an issue that could cause them some problems in a playoff game that another coach might complain about. You know, and he's got the big hair. The hat doesn't fit down on it real well, so he's either going to have to find a way to secure the hat or something.
He normally does not wear a hat. He wears a catcher's helmet and a batter's helmet, so that will be interesting to see. And the thing is, for those regionals, you know, you could play as many as 5 games. The Midwest City hopes to play at least 4. You know, you're going to play 2 that first day, and if you could just win one of them, you'll play again the next day. So you need pitching options. You don't just want your starting pitchers to be, you know, to do their thing. Obviously, you need relief pitching, and it could be in a game that you wouldn't say is a throwaway game, but a game that you figure to win, but you need a pitcher to make sure that they do. And Del City won a playoff game a couple years ago because a team that was, I think it was Pryor, was not using their best pitchers against them, expecting to win that game easily, and they ended up losing by 2 runs. It shocked the world. Something we'll talk about when we get to Del City's playoff games. For the Eagles, of course, tough to lose to the crosstown rival 11-0, but we loved what we saw from Blake Unruh, getting a strikeout his last batter, and hopefully for Del City they will turn things around. They already had a good week because they surpassed Lawton High to finish 6th in their district. And just to remind you, they will play Christian Heritage on Monday. And if you are a Del City fan, you want to go to that game, it's the battle of 2 Del City high schools very close together. Midwest City, be sure to check them out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. as they take on Bethel. And then Monday, of course, we will have 2 more OSN teams, Carl Albert and Jones. And then Tuesday, we'll have Newcastle hosting Carl Albert. And then, Tracy, I'm hoping to chase Midwest City wherever they go, which will probably be Duncan along with Del City. And you'll be taking care of the Carl Albert regional. At least that's the plan. And I'm really excited about having all the games on that we're going to have.
Yeah, there's a lot of baseball coming up on the Oklahoma Sports Network here the next couple of weeks. Regional starting next week. Going to be a blast chasing these teams. I'm interested to see, and I know that you make the comment often that at 5A level it's not uncommon to have just one ace that you can count on. But it's going to be interesting to see when they match up against other teams when you get to, the especially state tournament, when you have games 3 days in a row, what effect that has on these teams, because none of them are real dominant after their first pitcher.
That's true. That's why one of the teams I'm interested in seeing is Newcastle. They got some dudes, and they got this good second and third pitcher. They're trying to get their third pitcher going because he was injured, but he's a good player, OSU commit, and we'll look forward to having that game. And we hope to have Newcastle's regional. Yeah,
of course, Newcastle an OSN school as well. So
yes, that's why we're talking about them. Yeah. But a team worth following because they're very much a contender. Also, you look for some Elgin playoff baseball. They're down in 4A. And I talked with James Stanley. I don't know if you ever met James or know of him, but he plans on covering Lawton MacArthur's playoff games at Noble. So if that happened, we could have every West Regional taken care of. And I'm looking forward to that. That should start May 7th, but again, you have to check the weather as that has interfered with us before. But some way, somehow, we hope to get them all on. All right.
Pleasure of having James as a color commentator during a Jones football game this last year. I needed to fill in, and the schedule allowed for it. So
he's got a good voice.
Yeah, he was great to work with.
All right, well, that'll do it from here. Again, just one more time. Monday and Tuesday of next week, we are 2 games we are so excited to have for you. Jones, first ever baseball game on the network at Carl Albert. The son has returned. Jared Price returning to Carl Albert, where he was a great baseball player in the early 2010s. And then Carl
returning
Albert,
to coach against Carl Albert.
Coach against Carl Albert, yes. So the Price family will be wearing green that game, not red like they normally do. And then Tuesday, 2 of the top contenders in 5A West, the 2 teams that should be district champions, because it's not official yet for one of them, that being Newcastle, but Carl Albert at Newcastle. Anyway, that'll do it for here. For Tracy Musset, I'm Jordan Ray. Thank you for watching another round of Mid-Del Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching